Good morning. I'm so sorry. I was hoping that, I gave everybody the day off yesterday because I was hoping that I'd be able to appear with you in front of you guys this morning with my hat off and a nice, fresh, clean haircut. Unfortunately, I called my place for 2 hours yesterday and the phone was either busy or they weren't picking up. I'm sure they were just slamming. So unfortunately, you're never going to see me without my hat on. And let's just say it looks to me right now like I have more hair now than when I was 18 before I went to Marine boot camp. My God, I just have so much hair and it's just growing in several different directions. It does not look good. But anyway, here it is. It is our sixth and final week. And first, let me just talk about the persuasive speeches. I tell you, I am so impressed with the speeches that I saw. I really was. A lot of you said to me 5.5 weeks ago, I've never taken an online course, and now it's a speech course. I'm really nervous about delivering speech, blah, blah, blah. And yet, I saw excellent speeches. Sure, were there some people who were a little rough around the edges and needed to fix this or do that? But you know what? That would have happened if we were face-to-face anyway. The fact remains that we were all online for the first time for many of us, especially in a speech course, and I thought they came out terrifically. Everybody was standing. I thought a couple of you still had that waist. You had the camera at your waist and it was looking up, and I hate that oh, hello, Eccles, that is me. It doesn't look all that great. But otherwise, and the topics, topics, all the range of topics were excellent. I do have to say, though, I think some of the best speeches I saw, I think there were 3 or 4 of them over the 3 classes, but there were about 3 or 4 people who gave speeches about the need to keep kids off social media, how it's going crazy for these kids, and what they're getting involved in and shouldn't be getting involved in. I just thought some of those were very well presented. But there were all kinds of great topics and great speeches. And I tell you what, I enjoyed them. I really did. I'm just glad that we got to this point with so many of you. Remember, I sent you a video back in April explaining that, well, this is the way we're going to do the class. I've never done it before. Let's hope we get through this. Well, here we are last week, and as I'm looking over my grade sheet from back in May until today, there's a lot of you who have done every assignment, have been with me every step of the way, or we've been together every step of the way. And I couldn't be more proud of you. I couldn't be more proud of all of you. You have done such a terrific job. And now, it's time for your last assignment. That's right, because as you know from your course outline, you watch a film and then you write a paper about it. I give out the assignment now. You hopefully watch the movie over the next 24, 48 hours. And then I get the paper by, I think, 8 p.m. On Thursday night. This way, I can grade all the papers and you can have your final grades on Friday. Okay? Now, what your paper is going to be focused on is interpersonal communication. Now, your book says interpersonal can be between 2 or more people. But see, I like to keep interpersonal as simply one-on-one communication. That communication between you and another person. And I actually, for a couple of years, taught a course just on interpersonal. Okay? And that person could be your significant other, family members, could be friends, or even, for example, it could be if you work someplace and that same person from UPS comes in 3 days a week. Okay? Now, if you have good, effective communication with those people, then you're able to establish a positive interpersonal relationship where you're able to effectively communicate. Okay? But one of the interesting parts about your chapter 7, when it comes to interpersonal communication, is self-disclosure. Is that we have to build in that relationship in order to get to a place where we self-disclose, where we willingly reveal information about ourselves that otherwise wouldn't be known by the other person. But sometimes it also has to deal with, some of you may remember this thing, it's called the Johari window. Some of you have learned about it in other classes. And with self-disclosure, of course, the Johari windows, those 4 little squares where there's that information that's known to you but not known to others, or not known to others and known to you, that kind of thing. And that's where your focus is going to be on your assignment. So what I want you to do as I introduce this, it's actually a pretty simple assignment, is go to the assignment sheet. The link to the movie is there. It's a YouTube movie. It's a free YouTube movie. I want to make sure I did that because unfortunately, I think I tried it once where I had a movie where you had to rent it for like $2.99. Well, of course, a lot of people just didn't watch it. But it's a free YouTube movie. It's a terrific movie that I first watched not long after it came out. I think it's a fun, great movie, but deals a lot with interpersonal communication and the Johari window. Self-disclosure in those interpersonal relationships. So, that's your assignment. Read over. It's a very detailed assignment sheet. Watch the movie and then write the paper as I explained for you to do in the assignment sheet. And you should enjoy the movie. And I need those papers by 8 p.m. on Thursday, June 25th. This is it. This is my last broadcast, and I have to tell you, my only regret, of course, is that I didn't get to spend more time talking with you all individually, which I absolutely love to do. And that's what every semester, it's one of the reasons why I do this. You know, one of the things I've always said is education creates opportunities. So when I first got out of high school, there were only a certain amount of jobs I could get. But then even when I got my bachelor's degree, yes, there were certain kind of jobs. But once I got my master's degree, I realized, boy, there were a lot of other opportunities I could have. And when I found out about this kind of opportunity, I grabbed it and fell in love with it. And one of the reasons I love doing this is just the interaction with you all. And I did get that briefly with the one WebEx meeting that I had live. Just unfortunately, a lot of you, I guess, didn't need help. I should have made it a requirement, and I didn't. But for those of you who did check in, it was just so wonderful to talk with you on a one-on-one basis, as I did with all of you who did check in. I did enjoy the informal speeches, the informative and the persuasive speeches. And it was just great getting to know all of you, even if it was just through the computer. And once you hand in your assignment, and once I give out those final grades on Friday, I wish you all the very best of luck. But what's more, because of this being one of the most tumultuous semesters I think any of us have ever been through, I want you all, when we're done, Thursday, Friday morning, when I finish the final grades, go enjoy your summer, people. Go enjoy your summer. You know why? You've earned it. Take care, guys.